Hello, welcome to the Dream Awake Challenge Day 5. Today we're going to be talking about worrying about what other people think, feeling secure. How do you begin to feel secure? Okay? So, this is a big one for women. A lot of times we hold ourselves back from doing the things we love or fulfilling our dreams because we are afraid of what other people are going to think. Okay? So for instance, this vision for this event that we're having on Saturday, August 2nd, the Dream Awake Women's event, the Dream Awake Create Your Vision event, was a vision that my sister and I had almost 3 years ago. All right? 3 years we put this on hold. One of the main reasons why we didn't put on this event was because we were worried about what people were going to think about us. We were like, who are we that people are going to listen to us and want to come out to this event? We have failed in a business before, and every time people saw us, they would associate us with that business and say, oh, you guys are trying to do something else again? So we were afraid. We were like, oh my God, nobody's going to come. Why should they listen to us? We're not the expert. We're not this. And we just worried and worried and worried about what people were going to say. How many of you are putting things on hold? Have put things on hold? Think back some years that you really wanted to do, that you know God placed on your heart. That is your passion that you put off because you were afraid about what people were going to think about you. You were afraid about what people were going to say about you. All right? I'm reading a book right now called, I wish I remember the author, but it's called The Confidence Code. It is a book about women in business and just women in their life in general, but it really focuses on women in business. But it talks about how many women, they could be quote unquote the most confident woman, but when it comes to doing things that will benefit them in business or in the corporate world, they have a lack of confidence because they're afraid of what their counterparts are going to think, and most likely is another woman in that field. All right, so we are just bombarded a lot of times with what are people going to think about me starting this new business when maybe I had another business before that didn't really work out, okay? Or maybe I don't have a degree. That's the number one thing that, oh my Lord. So many people are worried about, I don't have a degree, so therefore I'm not qualified to do so and so. But we all know some of the wealthiest people in this country were not college educated, and not knocking people who are college educated because I have my master's degree, okay, and I do value that. But sometimes you are just that great that you don't need to have that degree to be able to start something that you want. But we allow what we think other people are going to say hold us back from living out our dreams, okay? So one of the things that I really want to share with you about feeling secure in yourself is to remember one thing. Remember that you are a winner. So from your conception in your mother's belly, you were a winner. So if you know anything about, how a baby is made, several sperm have to mate with the egg, have to meet the egg or impregnate the egg, right? And the fact that we are here is a miracle, that process happened. You are a winner, okay? You are made of greatness. So that within itself should begin to make you feel secure in yourself, okay? That you are meant to be here. You are not a mistake. Don't worry about what other people say. You are meant to be here. So whatever it is that you have on your heart that you want to do, don't worry about what other people think. Because at the end of the day, those people are not going to pay your bills. Those people are not going to bed with you. So even sometimes your spouse may be a little negative about whatever, or you're worried about what they're going to say. But when you go to bed at night, they might be sleeping right next to you. But you have to go to bed with yourself. So at night, you have to make sure that you are fulfilled. That what you're here to do, you're fulfilling those things. Because if not, you're going to be a very sad person if you live your life worrying about what everybody's going to say. Lord, I just think about so many instances, and people see me, they're like, oh my God, Stella's so confident. She's so affectionate. She's so in your face. She is the life of the party. But I think about some of the things that I really for years allowed to stop me because I was worried about what other people think, just like with my hair. I remember for years, I put a relaxer in my hair because I was afraid of people seeing my real hair. I was literally like insecure. If I dated a guy in college or something, he did not see my natural hair. He either saw me with braids, with a weave, or with my relaxer. He did not see my hair. Okay? That was something that I was allowing. It even harmed me. Putting that relaxer in my hair harmed me. Putting those heavy braids in my hair harmed me. But I was willing to do it because I was so worried about what other people thought. Okay? We were afraid to put on this event because we were afraid of what other people were thinking. And it wasn't until, and I wrote a post about this today, it wasn't until I really started to invest in myself and spending time with myself. So through meditation and prayer and just reading more, involving myself with people who were successful already, or people who are on their way to being successful, so I could watch them and really see what they did. That really helped me to appreciate and love myself, to feel secure. I didn't have to continue. I realized I didn't have to continue to worry about what the next person was doing. Because a lot of times it's just comparing yourself and thinking, oh my God, so-and-so is doing this, and because I'm not doing it, they're going to say this, and because I'm doing this, or because I'm wearing this outfit, this person's going to think this about me, or because I didn't do something this way, people are going to say something about me. Listen, my mother always said they talked about Jesus Christ. You think they ain't going to talk about you? People are always going to talk. But the most important thing is being able to go to bed at night with yourself and be fulfilled and feel like you are doing what you're supposed to do in life. That's the most important thing and the most beautiful thing. And doing those things will actually help boost your confidence, will actually help you feel more secure when you begin to focus on you and about what you think about yourself. Okay? Those things will help to boost your confidence when you're actually doing things that you know you're supposed to do. Where the lack of confidence comes sometimes is from you putting yourself in a situation where it's something that someone else wants you to do. Clearly you won't be confident or secure because that's not your lane. You're trying to walk in somebody else's lane. Walk in your lane. Be yourself. Be your authentic you. And don't worry about what other people are saying. When you be your authentic self, believe me, your inside will shine. And you will radiate. And people will begin to see you as who you are. And they will love you for that. They will love you for being yourself rather than being someone else. Because that's what happens when we begin when we continue to worry about what other people are thinking about us. We live in lack of confidence. We live in insecurity because we're not being what someone said we should be. Like I said before, you are a winner. You are here for a purpose and for a reason. So therefore, walk in your lane and be the best you. That will, your security level will go up so, believe me. You will begin to think who is this person? when you discover the true you and you are walking in your true purpose and loving and being who you are, you will be so confident and so in love with yourself that you will go outside some days. Like, believe me, some days I go out and I might not look the best compared to other people's standards, but that's the day when people approach me the most, because I'm walking in my true element and I'm shining bright when I'm simply being sterling. Okay? So I want the same for you. So here's your assignment for today. Remember, pen to paper. Pen to paper. Okay? Your assignment today, I want you to think about 3 things that you've put on hold because you are worried about what other people think. All right? 3 things that you've put on hold because you're worried about what other people think. Okay? Maybe it's going to finish your degree because you dropped out or you left school a while ago and you're thinking, maybe I'm too old now. What are people going to think when I'm in a class with a bunch of 18, 19, 20-year-olds and you're 50? Okay? Maybe you're allowing what other people would think about that scenario, so you've put that on hold and you continue to put it on hold. All right? Or maybe you want to teach a course about something, but you're too afraid because you feel like, you know what? I don't have the top degree in that course, so therefore I can't teach people. Believe me, a lot of times, you may know more than most people know about a situation. Therefore, you are qualified to teach that. Okay? So don't put it on hold anymore, worried about what other people are going to think about you doing that particular thing. All right? Maybe you want to run a 5K, but you are too concerned about what are people going to think about you because you're not the fittest person. You're not a size 2 or a size 6, so you can't run in that 5K marathon. Don't worry about what other people do because you're putting one of your goals on hold because of what people are saying. So now remember, 3 things that you put on hold because you're worried about what other people are going to think. And then for each of those things that you wrote down, I want you to write down. Now this is very important because a lot of times we have to feel this. Excuse me. I want you to write down what you have been missing out on because you put those things on hold. Okay? So I'm going to bring it back to us putting off this event. So, like I said, 3 years ago we had this vision. 3 years ago we had this vision for this event. And we put it on hold because we were afraid about what people were thinking. And you know what? One of the things I would say personally that I was missing out on was the fulfillment of sharing something beautiful that I've learned with other people, because I love to teach. That's my profession and that's my love. I love to teach people. I love to share information. And you know what? That gives me fulfillment. But for 3 years I put it on hold because I was worried about what other people were thinking, and I was missing out on that joy of sharing information that could change the trajectory of someone else's life. So I was also being selfish because I was worried about what other people were thinking. So I want you to write down for each of those things you put down, what were you missing out on? So like for the person who maybe wants to do the 5K that hasn't done it, you're missing out on having an awesome experience, being healthier because you have to prepare for a 5K, and that will help get you in shape, help your cardiovascular system, all those amazing things. You're missing out on that because you're worried about what other people are thinking. So I want you to write, what are you going to miss out on? What have you been missing out on because you are worried about what other people think? Okay? So that's your assignment for today. Dream Awake Challenge Day 5. I want to remind you that we still have tickets available for the Dream Awake Create Your Vision event on August 2nd, this Saturday. Believe me, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. We also have just 2 tickets available for our Girls Night In, which is Friday night, August 1st at the Biltmore Hotel. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be fun and laughs. And you can also get a joint ticket, which will be discounted. So make sure you share this video. Make sure you get your ticket because you don't want to miss it. Also, remember, join the movement.